Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Now, as you might likely know, Series 2, or Regulation B, as Pokemon are calling it now, is coming to a close with the last tournament being in Vancouver. The last in-person tournament, I should say. It's likely that there'll still be tournaments in Showdown. So, with Regulation C coming around the corner, what exactly does that entail? What's going on there? Who's good? Who's bad? Who you want to be building your team around for EUIC and for Fort Wayne, not Port Wayne. I got this. So first, we'll go through very quickly what Pokemon are now legal. Just spoiler alert, it's these guys, and what Pokemon are good. From what I've seen in VGC Showdown. Take this with a grain of salt. The meta often changes. And let's get right into it. Alright. Our first Pokemon is obviously one of the first of the funny legendaries. The ruined legendaries will now be legal in VGC Regulation C. So, Chen Pao. What's he got? What's he got going for him? Right, so, first of all, he has a good few moves. He has Sucker Punch, which I've seen quite a lot. His Psychic Fangs, so if screen stats get popular, you can always got that. It has Ice Spinner. Being a Dark type, it would be really nice to have, because that really shuts down Psy Spam. You'll see a lot. I'm going to be talking about how they're really going to ruin Psy Spam. So if you're not a big fan of Psy Spam, get ready. But Psy Spam is still popular in Showdown. It's likely that as time goes on, as the meta actually evolves in in-person tournaments, it will change and you won't see as much Psy Spam. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, it also has Ice Shard, though its speed, I believe it's the same as Flutter Mane over there. We're gonna be talking about that later. It also has, let's see, Throat Chop, which is nice, good 80 power move. It also has Crunch, but who's really using Crunch? Throat Chop is right there. It's sound moves. Come on, guys. I mean, you're not gonna be using Icy Wind, really. In reality, has Sword Stance, again, not really going to be using that. Ruination, not so good for Chen Pao, but we'll talk about that in detail for Ting Lu and Wo Qian, who actually appreciate it. Haze as well. I do prefer Amoonguss for getting rid of Dondozo stat changes, and also there's Palafin, who can kind of run it okay. But I think, it's overall pretty good. Good for big teams who don't want to really use Iron Bundle. Of course, let's talk about its ability. Sword of Ruin. If you find yourself running a lot of physical attackers, this is, of course, really useful, especially on Hyper Offense. Now, let's talk about the other Hyper Offensive boy, who's going to be potentially even more threatening. It's Chi-Yu. Let's go quickly over its ability. Beads of Ruin. Same thing, except it drops their special defense. If you actually know a bit about multiplication. So, what's its moves looking like? It has Dark Pulse, lovely start. Heat Wave, lovely start. And it has Ruination, again, not going to be running that. And I believe it's not here because Showdown be like. So, we just scroll down. Where is it? Get damn it. Hang on. Snarl. Big, very good move. Now, I actually did a calculation on Showdown, on the Showdown calc. This thing KOs Armarouge with Snarl. And that hits 2 Pokemon. Now, I don't want to say anything, but it's certainly on my team. especially if you're going to EUIC. That's a Pokemon you could be considering. I enjoy it, but hey, maybe you still think Side Spam is good. So yeah, it's usually running like those very heavy offense moves. You're gonna see this a lot on Hyper Offense. Maybe later on in the meta, once we start to get to restricted, we're probably gonna see more Sun teams. This thing could pop up. I would definitely not write it off on Sun teams. Definitely scary. Watch out for it. We'll talk about counterplay for these guys later on, but it's going to be very frustrating. You should be very careful when fighting these things. Right, Ting Lu, the first of the more defensive ones. I haven't gone over stats, but you can kind of see more of a defensive one. And it's got Vessel of Ruins, special attack, bow, wow, wow. That's really good because of its defensive stat being higher. Of course, notice that. It's just, for the other one, Wo Chen, I imagine it's going to be the same. Well, reverse, actually. So, what makes Ting Lu special? I hate how this is something that people are running. Now, I'm not joking with you. Apparently, people have gone and they've put on Fisher. Which, just would like to remind you, this is an Oko move? An Oko move. With 30 accuracy. It's not 100% accurate, it's 50% accurate, but still. So, why? You might be thinking, what is their idea? What's going through these silly billies' brains? This is what's going through their brains. Stomping tantrum, because they're psychopaths. Oh, this thing loves urination too, I imagine. I haven't seen much of it, but be careful. This combo could get popular. You probably want to run like Focus Sash on this thing so we can live. I mean, you might want to have to like bombard it with all you have. If you see this, this is very good at forcing you to either deal with it or die, one way or another. So yeah, not fun. So yeah, I think it's like quite scary. Be careful of this guy. He could be a bit trolly. Right, the final one, last but not least, Wo Chen, the haha funny. So, what's this guy got, right? So, imagine a world in which Stall was even worse, where Don Bozo just didn't need to deal with anything. Yeah, Wo Chen is basically built like a brrr. It has Leech Seed. You can imagine where this is going. Has Pollen Puff. Of course, Ruination is going to be way better for this. It has Stun Spore. It could be annoying, but not too game-breaking. I would have cried if this thing had something like freaking Sleep Powder. So, Light Screen, it has Reflect. I did not know that. Oh dear goodness. Yeah, Taunt. This thing, it has Endure. It has Substitute. Whew, it has Ingrain. I hate everything about this. Oh, it has Tickle too. Best move in the entire game, of course. This thing's really so what you want to do is in order to defeat these guys. Now here's works every time strategy. Just use Fluttermane. We did it! This doesn't always work, of course, if Chen Pao just murders you. So yeah, be careful. Maybe run more Focus Sashes. I don't know if this guy can screw you up, but make sure you have that Terra type changed. Because if you forget about this one, it's going to be very frustrating. You do not want to be caught without a way to just get rid of that. You want to be full fairy so you be taking not very effective damage. I'd be scared if you were taking neutral damage from like a Dark Pulse from GU. But yeah, Fluttermane, always you should be still scared of this. Be very afraid. Be very intimidated. So again, just quick rundown. What does it have? Why is it scary? Well, it has obviously Dazzling Gleam. Please stop using Moonblast, guys. It has Mystical Fire, which is really nice for steel coverage. I mean, what else is going to be hitting you? Oh, Moongoose. Just bring Mystical Fire again. Not that hard, guys. It's not like it's going to destroy you. So yeah, Shadow Ball. It, of course, I mentioned Icy Wind. Very scary, but usually when I see it, it's just so fast, and it hits so good. Like, not even Chen Pao can hit that hard. This thing is just a walking beast. And if you have Sun Up, it becomes even scarier. Like, look at this. What the hell is this? It's like Special Stanton never left. Okay, now let's try and get a palette cleanse with the Iron Bundle, the other one. Yeah, so Iron Bundle is of course still good. From what I've seen, I've enjoyed using it. He's a fun boy. He's pretty great. You might be thinking, hang on, isn't he an ice type? Yeah, yeah, if you're not running Chen Pao, Iron Bundle's right there. He's right there. He's right there. He's nice to slot into any team. Most teams. He works quite well. He's just very versatile. He's got, of course, very good stats. He's 1 speed point faster than Fluttermane, so you could Icy Wind that, and then just enjoy not having to deal with a speed tie on your Fluttermane battles, in which you both terrestrialize into a fairy type and Shadow Ball. Yeah, I know, I know the plan. But maybe you're gonna probably kill them first. So yeah, it's very, very useful. And of course, terrestrializing allows it to just not have the ice type and enjoy water instead. So with that very crucial 1 speed point, it does force you to run a plus speed nature, but hey, it's a good one for the Fluttermane mirror match. I enjoy it. Alright. So, another Pokemon I want to talk about quickly is Palafin. There he is. Let's go with Big Boy Palafin. We're specifically talking about the big boy. Right? I mentioned him before, talking about Haze. So, he's still good. Of course, still the downside that you have to, switch. But, still Palafin. Still has those impressively high stats. 106 special attack? What? Never mind. 100 speed. I feel like Palafin, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Palafin, but I can see why people enjoy him. He's probably better with Pelipper because he hits so hard. Of course, he has Flip Turn. He has so many different ways to fight and move around and play the game. Also, I don't understand. Right? So, Jet Punch. I feel that, like, that's just... I don't think I've played it enough against Palafin. But, like, people are surely using Jet Punch. Why the heck is it down here? It's a 60 power. It's an extreme speed. It's a water type extreme speed. It's good. Come on, Showdown. I'm sure even in singles it's good. What the hell? What the hell? Let's see what others. Iron Hands. We should talk about Iron Hands. We should definitely talk about Iron Hands. We're talking. That's. I'm gonna have to look at that myself. Iron Hand. No, not Iron Heads. He's bad. Sorry, all you Iron Threads enjoyers. He's just really bad. So, Iron Hands still running the Assault Vest. Hooray, nothing's changed. Same old, same old. Please use the Electric Terra. I know you might enjoy the rest, but at least don't run fighting. So, again, same old guy. Still hits like a truck. And of course, Fake Out. Of course, fairy type. He's problematic. He's good until he isn't. You should usually have a Flutterman on your team. You can usually deal with him. Of course, very disruptive. I mean, unless you're willing to run Heavy Slam, which is a pretty big investment to defeat Fluttermane, you're not defeating Fluttermane. And plus, what are you gonna do? You're 50 speed. Fluttermane's outspeeding and outgoing you. Unless you're running Focus Action, which... that's cancerous. Why would you run Focus Action? Another one I want to talk about, goodbye Fluttermane, is Great Tusk and Talonflame. Because I've recently noticed in Vancouver, this is actually popular. I was not aware. I just thought Talonflame was fun. Great Tusk, of course, has the classic. Ever since Ruby and Sapphire, people were pulling out earthquakes to hit people. Come on, it's just the classic strat. You can't get better than that, except for Explosion on the Ghost type, but that's just a bit chaotic. Of course, Ice Spinner, Rock Slide. What more are you gonna want? Of course, Close Combat and the other one, Headlong Rush. It's lovely. He's great. Photosynthesis, very nice, very cool. Good typing, kinda, sorta. Fighting type, but let's say he could do something. He's a bit faster than Iron Hands. He's gonna pick up a KO on Iron Hands. Now, the next one, Talonflame, probably the final one. I'm gonna have to wrap it up soon. I feel like I've been taking this on way too long. Gale Wings, you know him, you love him. Unless you play Gen 7, in which you probably hate it. Classic Brave Bird, ha ha ha. I mean, geez, this guy's, it's pretty nice. You got Tailwind, like Priority Tailwind, kinda. Will-O-Wisp. Just an overall pretty good support. We haven't seen much support. It's usually just Among Us. Or, it's not really much. We used to have Murkrow. That's gone now. Support is kind of limited to Mousehold, Talonflame, Among Us. Sometimes kind of sort of running the support of Arcanine and Brute Bonnet. I still got it. I play Scarlet, but I can't remember their names because they're bad. Brute Bonnet is bad. Stop running it. So yeah, I'd say honestly, the Pokemon you should be expecting. You should prepare for Chen Pao and Chi Yu. Ting-Lu, Wo-Chien, kind of more, slow, easier to aggress on. Of course, you've got those niche strategies that they can pull out. I'd say you're probably going to see at least one. There's guaranteed to be someone run. Yeah, you'll see this in every top cut. Quite likely. I'd put my money on it. more willing to put my money on that than Dundas winning Worlds. Yeah, in hindsight, that prediction wasn't that good. Apparently, they've fixed the bug on that. So, I think that's all. I hope you guys enjoy. Tell me what you want to see next, what you want me to talk about next, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.